Hello dear children, welcome back. I'm Dr. Jisha Joe. In this session, we shall have a look at the important points coming under the topic pituitary gland. We shall also discuss the important questions that you can expect from this topic. So children, here we are moving on to the last gland in our syllabus, pituitary gland. First and foremost, you can expect a location and role question. Location and role of pituitary gland hangs from the base of midbrain below hypothalamus. That is the location, and function is to secrete tropic hormones. Okay. Now you can also expect a give reason there. Pituitary gland is also called as master gland. Reason, because it controls all the other endocrine glands. Pituitary gland is called master gland because practically it controls all the other endocrine glands. Now, pituitary gland is differentiated into two lobes, the anterior lobe and the posterior lobe. Now, let us have a look at the hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary. Anterior pituitary secretes the growth hormone and tropic hormones. Okay, growth hormone is otherwise called as somatotropin. It stimulates the growth of the body. An under-secretion of growth hormone in childhood results in a condition called dwarfism, and an over-secretion during childhood results in gigantism. Over-secretion of growth hormone in adult results in a condition called acromegaly, where excessive growth of bones take place. Bones of the hands, the jaw bones, etc. grow excessively, and this is a condition called acromegaly. You might be asked to differentiate between gigantism and acromegaly. Okay, so remember, gigantism occurs due to oversecretion of growth hormone in childhood, and acromegaly is the result of oversecretion of growth hormone in adulthood. Okay, so that is with regard to the growth hormones. You can expect a location and role type question. Okay, location and function you can expect. Now, coming to the tropic hormones. What are tropic hormones? Tropic hormones are hormones that stimulate other endocrine glands to secrete their specific hormones. So, the different tropic hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary are, so you can expect a definition there, okay? Define tropic hormones. Now, what are the tropic hormones secreted by the anterior pituitary? TSH. TSH is thyroid stimulating hormone. As the name indicates, it helps in stimulating the thyroid gland to secrete its specific hormone, thyroxine. ACTH, adrenocorticotropic hormone, which stimulates the adrenal cortex to secrete the cortisones. And the third type of tropic hormone is the gonadotropic hormone, which stimulates the gonads, the testes and the ovaries. Now, what are the gonadotropic hormones? Okay, FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. Full form is important. Okay, expansions of all these can be asked. Expansions of full forms of GH, FSH, TSH, ACTH, LH and ADH. All the full forms are important. Study the spellings also correctly. Now, FSH is follicle stimulating hormone. The function of FSH is to stimulate the follicles in the production of eggs in females and the production of sperms in males. Then luteinizing hormone, LH is luteinizing hormone. It actually stimulates the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum is the left behind of the Graafian follicle after the release of the ovum. Okay, so corpus luteum, LH or the luteinizing hormone stimulates the corpus luteum to secrete progesterone, and the testis in males to produce the male hormone, that is testosterone. And the third type of gonadotropic hormone is prolactin. The function of prolactin is to help in the secretion of milk. Okay, so you should know what are the tropic hormones that are secreted by the anterior pituitary. Which are they? TSH, ACTH and gonadotropic hormones. Gonadotropic hormones include FSH, follicle stimulating hormone, LH, luteinizing hormone and prolactin. Okay, I hope that is clear to all of you. Now moving to the posterior lobe of the pituitary, that is the posterior pituitary secretes two hormones. One is the ADH, full form is antidiuretic hormone. It is otherwise called as vasopressin. And the second hormone is oxytocin. Location and function you can expect for any of the hormones. Okay, so here location, if asked, it is secreted by the posterior pituitary. That is how you have to write. And what is the role? It increases the absorption of water in the kidneys, and second function is it helps in the contraction of blood vessels, thereby increasing the blood pressure. So in the deficiency of ADH, if there is an under secretion of ADH production, under secretion of ADH, then this will result in a condition called diabetes insipidus. Okay, diabetes insipidus is otherwise called as water diabetes, and it is a condition where excess water is released out through urine because reabsorption of water in the kidneys is not taking place due to the deficiency of ADH. So all the water will be released out through urine. That is diabetes insipidus. So what is the cause of diabetes insipidus? Here you can expect a question as to differentiate between diabetes mellitus and diabetes insipidus. Diabetes mellitus is due to the deficiency of insulin. Okay, the urine is loaded with sugar, and diabetes insipidus is due to the deficiency of antidiuretic hormone or vasopressin. Urine is loaded with water. Okay, and the second hormone that is secreted by the posterior pituitary is oxytocin, and the function of oxytocin is helps in uterine contraction during childbirth, helps in the contraction of uterus during childbirth, and also helps in milk ejection. So as we have mentioned, and give reason you can expect here, and location and role for the various hormones which are secreted by the pituitary gland can be asked, and also expansions of full forms you can expect from any of these. Okay, and this is also important, commonly asked, that is to differentiate between diabetes insipidus and diabetes mellitus based on the or what is the cause. Okay. So with that we have come to the end of this session. I hope this session is clear to all of you. We have discussed almost all the questions that you can expect from this topic. Okay, if you have any doubts, please ask your doubts and give your suggestions in the comment section. Thank you.